All right, folks, welcome back to the TNT show. Last episode got cut just a little bit shorter than what we like to, but we're gonna go ahead and start this episode off with pretty much our expectations. We got the season coming up, preseason's already started, which we talked about that a good little bit in that last episode. So Tyler basically ended that last episode asking me, what team or players am I looking, excited to see, looking forward to watching. Obviously there's a biased answer and an unbiased answer to that. The first biased answer, which I think we'll both go ahead and touch on, is our teams, which obviously I'm super excited to see the Patriots, basically a full new team across the board. New coach, new coordinators, uh, familiar faces, obviously. So I'm really just excited to see what step they take in year one of Mike Vrabel. Obviously, Drake made, taking the reins as the starting franchise quarterback. What can TreVeyon Henderson bring to the run game? Can he take that starting spot or be a good complementary back to whoever is the starter? Receivers, obviously, the receiving core was atrocious last season. They brought in Stephon Diggs. What can the rookies who can kind of step up and be that second or third playmaker that the Patriots need? Now, obviously, the defense, I think the defense is normally good year in and year out. So they made some signings there to, shore up the run defense. And I'm pretty sure they brought in I think, linebacker, whoever. Defense, I'm really not too worried about. I'm really just waiting to see what that offense is going to look like year one under Mike Vrabel. But that's pretty much my expectations for the Patriots and who I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said. I mean, obviously, really excited to see the Bengals. I'm excited to see the Seahawks. We got the Seahawks. They got, bringing in Sam Darnold. They look pretty good in their preseason game. I know it's preseason, so you got to pump the brakes just a little. So I'm just excited to see that. Obviously, I'm excited to see the Bengals. I'm hoping they can fix their defense. Joe Burrow. You know, think he could have a breakout MVP kind of season. So, as far as non my teams, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to see Jaden Daniels. That's a little biased, but I'm ready to see if he's gonna have that sophomore slump or if he's just gonna be kind of where he was last year. Um, do as far as like player wise, is there anybody that you're really excited to see? Like rookies, Devontae
Uh,
Adams went to the Rams. That could be, aside from the quarterback situation with Matthew Stafford, that could look pretty good.
yeah, same thing. Cooper Kupp, he went to the Seahawks. So, I mean, yeah, he's often injured, but I mean, when healthy, he is pretty good.
Yeah. I'm a little excited to see Nick Chubb.
General, I mean,
I
I'm.
think. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I'd probably say number one who I'm not most excited to see, but obviously Cam Ward. I mean, number one pick. He lit it up at Miami.
Yeah, I feel like he's not getting the love of like how every number one pick's been. It's all been Travis Hunter, Shador. You know, he's kind of been under the radar. Nobody's talked about him at all. So I'm excited to see Nick Chubb. He's on the Texans. Joe Mixon's hurt. So maybe he can come out and relive his glory days that he had in Cleveland when he was healthy. Um, you know, interested to see the 49ers, how Brock Purdy's going to do. Not really excited, I guess. More intrigued on, how, you got the money. So, can you play with, they shipped off your whole team. They busted it all up. Defense, offense, everything's gone.
Yeah, just so you can get paid.
So, a little interested to see, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams. It's not as much Caleb Williams, but Bryce Young, it's do or die. Trevor Lawrence, same way. You're do or die. I'm a
I'm gonna
little,
throw.
I don't know if I'm excited, but I am really interested to see Travis Hunter. Can he do it? Can he prove everybody wrong that, oh, you can't do it, and he come out here and do it?
I'm a. I'm gonna say Bo Nix because he had a really solid rookie season, and I want to see if how well he's gonna build on that in year two.
Yeah. I mean, the Broncos had a pretty good offseason. They brought in what they needed to. They paid some people. I think, like you said, the Broncos could be a sneaky good team. I'm really interested to see, you know, Kansas City. As crazy as that sounds, they're kind of in a situation where, they got Patrick Mahomes, but Kelsey's getting older. Is this it? Is this the last ride for them?
I'm glad you
You
said
know,
that because they said Travis Kelce, he came into camp looking real fit. They said he was in shape this year. He wasn't on tour last year or this past off season, so he came in good shape. They said he
so
was
yeah, I mean,
slim, so
this might be his last hurrah. So I mean, why? Last year was kind of a dud for him. You know, basically he's the focal point of their offense. I mean, Rashid Rice, he's going to be suspended for the first couple games,
I think I think so. Yeah,
first six, I think.
I think it was six. I think it
So,
was six.
I mean, that's not that serious, but it's a big factor. It's six
Other
games you're
players,
not playing in.
other players do get a chance to step up though, like Xavier Worthy. I mean, he was he showed his flashes last season. So
The Eagles, can they go back to back? They got a good team. Saquon's healthy. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. As long as they stay healthy, I think they're going to be fine.
you think he can break the rushing record this season?
No, Derrick Henry's going to.
So he can get in that Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah, he's going to break the rushing records. And I think if he does, think he might hang it up.
Nah. I doubt it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Break the record. I just don't know if he'll be able to break it with Lamar.
I mean, he
Lamar
almost
takes
ran
the
for
carries.
2K with them. He ran for like 1986 last season.
Yeah, but
that's with Lamar running for like 800 yards.
so my point exactly. I mean, that's 800 yards that he's not going to get. There are carries that he's not going to get because of Lamar. And they got other running backs too. So,
That is,
he's
yeah.
not. They got two other running backs with, what's the other guy's name? My mind just went blank.
Keaton Mitchell?
No, the other one.
Drawing a blank. I don't know.
Whatever his name is. I got to look it up now because I don't know what his name is. And he's actually Justice Hill.
I didn't realize he was. I thought he was on another team now.
I'm pretty sure he's still there. Hold on, let me. I think that's his name. I could be wrong. No, yeah, Justice Hill. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
No, he's.
I mean, that's two other running backs that are gonna want to play. And from what I've seen from Keaton Mitchell, he looked pretty good. So, that's carries that Derrick Henry may not get. So, Saquon's the guy in Philly. So he might. He
Good
might.
point. Good point. Good point.
Trying to think who else. Who else am I excited to see? I wouldn't say excited. A little bit, interested to see what JJ McCarthy is going to look like. You know, you're coming in and filling in for Sam Darnold. Jordan Addison's going to miss some time because of whatever he was doing. So he's suspended. So you're coming in. Sam Darnold won 15 games? Lost 3 times, 14 games?
Yeah, he was 14-3.
So I mean, you got some. They're going to expect you to win. You didn't really lose anything. You got the best receiver in football. So I know this is fixing to sound crazy, but I'm really excited to see how if the Cowboys are going to be good. I think this is it. If they're not, this is Super Bowl or bust. I think.
I mean, if Micah Parsons is not playing, that's not going to bode well for their defense. So I don't think it'll be a Super Bowl worthy defense without him. In all honesty,
Yeah, that's going to be a huge hit. They'll figure it out. Offensively, I think they'll be fine. Dak, obviously, regular season merchant. He's going to get his.
they got George Pickens too, certified
So,
crash out.
so you know, I'm real curious to see how he's going to take not getting the ball every play because they got CeeDee Lamb. So.
I think he'll be fine. He don't really. He's in a position where he doesn't have to be the guy now, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, CeeDee Lamb's level's better than him, and that takes pressure off CeeDee Lamb as well. And it's like I said with Travis Hunter, or not Travis Hunter, with Brian Thomas. Now you have somebody that you're not feeding CeeDee Lamb, getting him killed every play. That's how he got hurt. You're throwing him the ball every play. You ain't got nobody else. You got to throw it to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, those hits add up. A lot of wear and
Justin
tear.
Fields. Justin Fields, this is it. This is do or die for you, buddy. Trevor Lawrence, do or die. Kyler Murray, I think, do or die.
Well, let me ask you this: if you had to pick 4 teams right now that you could say, will give me 2 from each conference, 2 teams from each conference that you'd say could go win the Super Bowl right now,
Go win the right now?
right now, like current roster.
Non-biased, right?
Yeah, non-biased answer.
NFC, I'm going to go Philly. I mean, obviously, you've seen what they did to Kansas City. They beat the brakes off of them by 20. I'd probably take Philly in the NFC. AFC right now, honestly, I don't even know if I want to say this out loud. My biased answer is going to be the Bengals. My non-biased answer, close your ears, Tavius, Baltimore. Aside from that, I'm not picking Kansas City. I don't want to pick them. I don't think they're really a Super Bowl contending team.
I mean, the AFC did get a lot better in the offseason. I will say that. So I think it's a little
based
more.
on if Lamar could just figure it out, like hero ball stop, I think if I don't know what their receiver core looks like, but I think if they can just get there. I know this is gonna sound kind of crazy, and you're probably not gonna like what I'm fixing to say. They need to do exactly what Philly just did. Ride Derrick Henry. Do it. He did it in Tennessee. What difference does it make? I know he's older now, but I
Yeah,
just run the
I mean,
ball. I would just run the ball till it doesn't work, until somebody stops it. Nobody stopped it in Philly. They were struggling at first. I don't want to get off topic, but Baltimore was they didn't really know what to do with it. And then all of a sudden, I don't remember who they played. It might have been Cincinnati, or I don't know who they played. But he ran for like 230 yards or something stupid like that. I guess they figured out, hey, if we give this guy the ball that's 6'3", 250 pounds, looks like a freight train. Hey, if we give him the ball, we're going to win.
told you, man, 20 carries a game. You
Go
get 20
figure
carries.
that. Yeah, he's going to wear you out. But yeah, I'd probably go Philly and Baltimore.
Okay, give me just 2. I need 2 sleeper teams for the season.
I'm going out of left field here. Jacksonville.
Oh,
in Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I'm going out of left field. I think
Jacksonville
Baker
and Tampa Bay.
Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have an MVP season this year. You heard it here first.
I look, I'm gonna say here's my two sleeper teams. Number one, the Raiders.
Yeah.
And number two, I'm probably gonna say I'm gonna just give one team from East Conference. So I'm gonna say Raiders in the AFC, and in the NFC, I'm gonna say the Packers. I'm gonna say the Packers.
Packers.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, underrated team. They're just again. I don't know if they have enough offensively to. They got a good run game with Josh Jacobs, but that's about it. I like, but
Yeah.
my sleeper team, like I said, Baker Mayfield MVP season. I mean, he was leading the league in passing till Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, his whole team got
I know who
hurt.
your answer to this question is gonna be, but
Go
I'm gonna
ahead,
ask it anyways. Who do you think is gonna be the MVP?
Joe Burrow.
I'll be
Non-biased, other than him, Baker Mayfield. I
I'll
know
be
that
real
sounds
with you.
crazy.
It doesn't though. But no, I'll be real with you. Who is it? Joe Burrow. No, I was gonna say the same thing because I mean, if they don't get off to the slow start like they have the past few seasons, he plays well and they win. Let's say they're a wild card team and his numbers are crazy like last season. He'll win MVP for sure, no doubt.
It's a wrap. Yeah, there's no way you let somebody throw for 5,000 yards and, yeah, their defense is probably not going to be good, but that just, offensively, I think they're going to be fine. Aside from him, though, let me get away from him. Baker Mayfield's a dark horse. But, I mean, he was playing like it till Mike Evans and Chris Godwin got hurt. They were cooking.
I mean, Jaden Daniels, I think he'll be in the mix.
Yeah, I wanted to say him, but again, that's a biased answer. I wasn't going to say that.
Well, I said it for you. Hey, obviously you got your usual cast of people: Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Now that he got his pity MVP out of the way, I guess he can still be in the conversation.
What if it was a non-quarterback?
I just
I don't know if they could. I think if they'd have let Saquon break the record, if they would have let him break the record, I think they'd have gave it to him. Maybe
if
they told him, "Hey, even if you break this record, we're not giving you the MVP." Maybe they're like, "Well, what's the point of doing it?"
yeah, if I had to pick somebody that was a non-quarterback, I'd probably say somebody like a Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or like Saquon or even Derrick Henry. I mean, because those guys are they game breakers. So I
Yeah, they're going
mean,
to score a lot. They're going to get a lot of yards.
yeah,
So, are there any teams? We haven't seen it in a while.
okay.
Are there any teams that you could potentially see not winning a game? We haven't seen it since Cleveland did it. I know
Could
Detroit
be
did it. Detroit's done it. Cleveland done it.
it could be Cleveland because Cleveland has no idea what. I don't think they have any absolute idea what they're doing with the quarterback position, and that's like the heart of your offense right there. So
Yeah, I think I don't want to say it, but the Saints again have
oh yeah,
they have no idea what they're doing. I mean, Tyler Stewart could come in and look like Peyton Manning for all I know. I mean, he was all right in college, but he's older too. So maybe the experience is there. You kind of seen it. I just their team's all right. I mean, like I said last year, in first two games, people were screaming Super Bowl. They were screaming. They came out, throttled the Panthers and throttled the Cowboys, and then all of a sudden everybody got it.
everybody got hurt, and the train just fell off the tracks. Derek Carr
Derek
retired.
Carr got hurt. It was just one thing after another. But I think the Saints had the potential. Like you said, Cleveland has no idea what they're doing. So this is another off-topic question. will you see any? We don't really see it in NFL, not really. But do you see like big trades? Do you think they're going to trade Micah Parsons? What about Trey Hendrickson? Do you think we're going to see some trades here?
I think realistically we may see one. Blockbuster
Do you
wise,
see? Do you see anybody getting benched? You know,
uh, I think we could see some benchings. I think maybe one or two specifically. Um, Obviously with the younger quarterbacks, if they trot them out there and they're not playing well, they'll probably bench them, which doesn't really help because that kills their confidence. But I mean, uh, yeah, as far as the blockbuster thing, I don't because you don't usually see a ton of blockbuster trades in the NFL.
yeah, not in the NFL. I mean, the biggest ones right now are probably Micah and well, I mean, if this is the NFL, so it's a little bit different. The Kansas City Chiefs are not going to trade Patrick Mahomes. Lamar is not going to get traded. Now,
Yeah,
what could be interesting is if he won't do it. But let's say the Bengals defense is trash. Joe Burrow might. I would not be shocked because people have been saying this for a couple years. He's too good. He's an MVP level player for their defense to be god awful.
that is true.
I think you could start seeing some seats get warm for a few players. You know, I know it's hard to get to the Super Bowl, but Lamar, Josh Allen, all these other people that are kind of in that elite quarterback status, or however you want to put it, the seat's probably getting a little warm. I mean, what else do I got to get you?
No, it
Patrick
definitely is.
Mahomes don't have any all pros on offense other than Travis Kelce, and they almost went undefeated.
Yeah,
They lost what, one game? Well, two
yeah,
games technically. The Denver Broncos game don't count because their starters didn't play. So,
true.
I mean, they lost one regular season game with the starters, and it was to Buffalo. So, I mean, yeah, I think there's some coaches on the hot seat. Obviously, second year players, you want to see them. Caleb Williams, you put all your eggs in his basket. And boy, they were terrible. They won what, 4 or 5 games? So you want
Yeah,
to see that bounce back with Ben Johnson. So if not, I think you might want to consider, and like you said, Cleveland. What are you doing? You got Deshaun. What do you do with that? You got 6 active quarterbacks on the roster right now.
yeah.
So, and they're talking about if they suck, taking another one, number one overall.
They just I don't even know what else to comment on them. But I forgot drawing a blank again.
But
Um
Bengals undefeated Super Bowl champs, Joe Burrow MVP, greatest season of all time. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think just to for my ending thing, I'll just say as a Patriots fan,
They're gonna
if
suck.
we could just win 10 games, be a wild card team, get an upset, and then lose in the divisional, I'll be happy. Because that's more
Yeah,
than we've done
be
since
some improvement.
they made the playoff once since Tom Brady left, and the Bills put the belt to the behind on them. So like
Yeah,
that's just my thing. But just to wrap it up, if you made it this far in the video, um, just let us know your expectations for the NFL season. Who are you most excited to see? Who are some players that or names, teams, whatever that you want to see what they do? Let us know your input, and then we'll talk about that. And I think the next episode we're gonna do is on college. We got that season coming up in about a month, so super. Obviously looking forward to that. Football's back
a new
5 days a
series on
week.
Netflix about the college. It was very interesting. It kind of went behind the scenes. You're starting to see that now with sports, and I think that's interesting that you're kind of seeing, behind the scenes of how things are working, and you know, kind of the talks and everything. So yeah, excited for like you said, college football. Football starts, in a couple weeks. So but excited for that. So that's all I got.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.